In this exercise, we're going to be looking at Chapter 2 of the Affinity Designer Workbook, which came out quite a few years ago now, but it's still very relevant. This is going to start off with looking at how to create an artboard in Affinity Designer 2.6.2 for the iPad. It equally applies on the desktop, of course, but I'm looking specifically at the iPad, so the controls will be iPad controls that you see. Now I'm going to start with the iPad mini, 300 dpi, and it's really quite simple here because I'm not changing any of that, but your default may be this one here, where it says create an artboard. That will probably, if you haven't used it before, default to off. We're going to turn it on so that we're creating an artboard. It's as simple as that. Now when I tap OK here, up it comes, and there's our artboard. Now it says Artboard 1 on there, and you can see that quite clearly. But that means by default that you can create other artboards, and you can. So let's have a look at creating other artboards. Now that's a standard sized artboard for an iPad mini. I forget what the exact measurements were, but we can have a look at that again if you like. There we go. 1024 by 768, 300 dpi. Now we'll just go back there and get out of that and move that a bit over there so it's not underneath that item there. There we go, artboard. Too simple. Now, even though it doesn't look like it on the screen here, an artboard retains its size. Now, because it's selected, you can see the dots in the corner. Let's go down to the Transform Studio, and you can see here it says 1024 by 768. That's the size there. So anything you put in there, if you print that out or save it, it will default to 1024 by 768 pixels. Now, a good thing here, if you're going to alter the size of that there, make sure the lock is on so it stays in conformance to what you've got. You can see how it's changed there. The width and the height have changed to your new measurements because you dragged it out. Now I'm going to undo that. So it's back to 1024,768. Now it's back the same way because the lock is on and it's been expanded proportionally. Let's not confuse you too much. We've just created an artboard. Do you want me to do that again? Let's go back to there. We'll create a new document. I'll select the iPad mini. You've got those devices there, margins and bleed. Well, I'm not going to put those in at the moment. Sufficient that we've got a blank artboard because I've got that on. If you take that off, you won't create an artboard. You'll create a blank document, a sheet of paper if you like, not an artboard. Okay, connect OK again, and there we go, one artboard. Now we can go over here, and you may not actually want it called artboard. Artboard, no, you can't change that. You can change that. So let's go and have a look here. See where it says artboard there? Let's change that to BASE. Base artboard. Now, it doesn't change it up there because I just needed to move it. There's our base artboard. It's still there. It's still the right proportional size. Let's go over here, 1024,768. A slight movement of any part of that artboard will allow the name change to take effect. It's a bit of a nuisance, and don't forget it. But what you've got here is it's now called Base Artboard. Now, you might want to add another artboard because maybe you want to design something over here. Well, that doesn't work doing it that way, does it? So we click on the document menu and go down to Artboards, and it says Artboard there. Now we can drag out another artboard. Because I've got snapping on, that red line came up. See, snapping there and snapping's on. It's called Artboard 1 because the other one is now Base Artboard, so this one becomes Artboard 1. Let's move it out of the way slightly down there, and this time let's go to there and call it something different. Small, if I could spell it correctly, small artboard. Now you'll notice that hasn't changed until I do something like that. Use my fingers to enlarge or modify the screen in some way, and it now adopts its new name, small artboard. So you've got small artboard and base artboard. Now within those artboards you can now draw anything you like. Now, we're not going into drawing things, but there's a circle in that one, and there's a circle in that one, or an ellipse, if you like. That's really all there is to creating an artboard. Simple and effective. Why would you want an artboard? Because you can print these out separately. You can work with these artboards separately. Not one document, but there you have two documents in the same work area. So you can work on this one, or you can work on this one, or you can work on none of them. It's very convenient, the use of artboards. You can hide an artboard. There we go, the contents were hidden on that one. Small artboard, base artboard, and so forth. So there you go. Hope you enjoy. Let's move on to the next chapter.
Go ahead. Make my day. Subscribe.